Colorful cloths. They don't seem to fulfill any purpose, apart from being colorful. That's the third biggest flower I've ever seen. The flower is too pretty and smells too good to just be left alone.
Just one more piece! Just one more little piece and you've done it!
Hey, Eyes.
Nate, nice to see you again.
Come on. Knowing you, you never lost sight of me.
Your life wasn't so boring over the past few years, I must admit. Good season.
I half expected to find you transformed into a huge ball of fluff with big goggle eyes.
The council leader and the charming Chantal are concentrating their attention on the palace. Fortunately.
I guess you also want her off the island as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. I like tragedies, but I've never wanted to be in one.
You know why I'm here?
Of course, Princess Ivo. Oh, look at her. Isn't it sad? An elf in the prime of her life, sleeping away her best years.
I'm going to prevent that from happening.
And I hope you're successful. This is more boring than watching the cricket.
Ivo's father said I can't rescue Ivo against her mother's will.
That would be a bad idea. Although I'd like to see what would happen if you tried.
So how can I convince Ivo's mother that she's not acting in her daughter's best interests?
Isn't she? The future's in constant flux. Even I can't see it clearly in my mirrors. A powerful priestess like her might be able to see more, but clearly she doesn't want to.
She thinks Ivo's thrown her life away, and she thinks it's impossible that she could be happy with a child, or with me.
A difficult task that you do. Come on, number 3! Run! Come on! Yes! Sundancer won!
Ivo's pregnancy. Do you know who... you know?
Ivo said you weren't the father, but if not you, who?
I'm not the oracle with 100 eyes. How should I know who it is?
Eyes that are blind if there's no reflective surface nearby. Ivo seemed very surprised by the news herself. She spoke of a curse that might have struck her.
A curse? Yeah, sure. Can I have that mirror?
Of course not!
I could always keep an eye on Ivo with it, and maybe it'll come in useful some other way.
It's already useful. It means I can see what happens next in the story. Anyway, I've never given any of my mirrors away. They are rare collector's items.
You collect mirrors? Rewind, delete, stupid question. I gotta go.
Yes, go! Henceforth!
Some mirrors show different scenes the whole time, others always show the same.
The connection between two mirrors is sometimes stronger and sometimes weaker. This one here has a particularly strong connection to the mirror in Ivo's room. Just look how clear the picture is.
About the mirror.
Just a second, something exciting's happening. I can't miss this.
Oh, good gods. About the mirror.
Just a second.
Oh, good gods. When Ivo told me about Seastone, I could hardly believe it. Even if the power of the brat's sorcerer grandpa is concentrated in the wand, where did he get all the power from? Hello there.
What do you want? Go away!
I'm Nate. You're the council leader Van Buren's daughter, right?
Uh-huh, and you are not invited to my party.
Quite, pretty what you've done with the city.
I got it all out of my book, and Mommy says I've got a real artificial talent.
Artistic. Although, artificial works too. Wouldn't it be fun to move on and transform something else? Or to travel back to Seastone and have an afternoon nap?
Mommy's looking for the elf who stole things from us.
Yes, but aren't you the one in charge here? Just tell her you want to go somewhere else.
But I've got everything ready for my tea party, and the guests will arrive any minute.
But... a tea party, huh?
Exactly like in my book. I'm celebrating my birthday. I've got a table, tea, and lovely things to eat, and any minute now the guests will arrive. The Mad Hatter and the White Rabbit. And then I'll get presents.
I'd love to be a guest at your tea party.
Ew, you can't come. You aren't a Mad Hatter, and you're not a White Rabbit either. And you're a boy, and ugly.
Now listen here.
I can make you pretty.
Thank you, but that's not necessary. And this Hatter and Rabbit? Will you make them appear by magic?
No, I can only change things. They will come here. I've done everything exactly the same as in my book, so they've gotta come. I always get very angry if I don't get exactly what I want.
Okay.
And they all have to bring me presents, and when the Hatter and the White Rabbit are there, then Mommy has to come over as well. Right, Mommy?
What, sweetie?
When the other guests have arrived, then you'll come over too and give me an unbirthday present, right?
Of course, my sweet. As soon as a Mad Hatter and a White Rabbit appear, then I'll give you the most super-duper present ever.
Ha! Did you hear that? The biggest, bestest present ever!
Who is this Mad Hatter you're expecting?
He's a Hatter, and he's mad.
Uh-huh. And what is it that makes him a Hatter? And what makes him so mad?
He wears a top hat and a colorful neckerchief, and I'm not sure why he's mad, but he is.
I see. A white rabbit at a tea party? Curious.
You think?
Yeah, and perhaps you should give him a watch if he doesn't turn up soon.
No, my guests have to give me a present.
I've got to go.
Yes, otherwise you'll scare my guests away.
I've seen alchemic lab benches and building sites with less stuff than this dressing table. I should be able to find something useful for dressing up here. White powder, for example. Anything else? A perfume atomizer. Empty, unfortunately. The Red Pirate kept asking me again and again about his costumes when I was drinking with him. I didn't have the heart to tell him we used some of them as oil rags. Wasn't there a... Ah, there! The rabbit costume. All right, then. Cast off! I wonder whether... Here! That's what I was looking for. The book describes what the symbols mean. The first one is... a kind of angular stone? Yes, close, but not quite. Gemstones, jewels. That's a promising start. The second symbol... Desert. Yeah, makes sense. The city is somewhere in the Amzu Desert. Next. Feet? What have feet got to do with it? Can you only reach the city by foot? The next symbol... 3. 3 feet. That's unusual. Perhaps the last symbol will make it clear. Mountains. Jewels, desert, mountains. The jewel of the desert at the foot of the 3 mountains. That's it. Lorem ipsum. The city with roofs of gold is the jewel of the desert, and it lies at the foot of 3 mountains. And these 3 mountains must be west of Bremen. That should... The king and queen keep gifts given to them by delegations from far-off lands in this room. Some of them are rather bizarre. A green top hat. It should be useful. Green top hats always are. What I'd really like to do is go up there, give the old boot a slap round the face, and get Ivo out of this place. But Ivo's mother is a powerful priestess. She's probably got a dozen ways she could incapacitate me without me even noticing. I have to be careful. Ivo's mirror. When I was here, her fat bird sat in front of it most of the time. I remember that from my childhood. You connect the cans with a string and can talk to someone across several meters, just like you could without the cans. All right, then. Wilbur comes from around there. Mainly just dwarves and gnomes live there. The White Ridge Mountains are too cold for humans. I met Critter in the Northlands. Nice people up there. Penguins, mainly. That's the desert where Lorem Ipsum must be. Wait a minute. I must have a more detailed map of the area somewhere here. That's the old oasis of Bremen. It was already there at the time of Lorem Ipsum. Today it's a pretty little town. 3 mountains west of Bremen. I bet Critter's next meal that the jewel of the desert is at the foot of these mountains. I'll mark the place on the big map. There hasn't been an airship visiting Lorem Ipsum for centuries, perhaps millennia, if ever. Time to pay a call to the old city. That must be it, Lorem Ipsum. And it looks like someone has already dug it up for us. I like looking for lost things and solving long-hidden secrets. It's not really honest piracy, but Critter and I just want to be treasure hunters. Nah, nothing of use. People always think that pirates don't care about their appearance. But that's not true. We're just as sensitive as everyone else when it comes to what we look like. You finally managed to get a good beard going. Then people say you looked better without. The Mary consumes huge amounts of coal, for the oven, but primarily for the steam engine. The Miners Guild promised to give me free coal for the Mary for the rest of my life at the end of the war. When I reminded them, a rather grim-faced dwarf said that the whole thing was meant to be symbolic. Many promises were made in the rush of victory and later not kept. Hey, Mary.
Captain Nate?
Ivo's mother. She's simply switched her off. How dare she?
Switched her off?
Magic elven stuff. If I could, I'd go up there and...
You are not a fighter, Captain Nate. You are... No, wait a moment, you're not really a thinker either. What exactly are you?
A doer, Mary. A doer. All right. Let me know if there's a problem.
And then?
When the Mary belonged to the Red Pirate, he didn't just use her for pleasure trips. They did some work now and again, as this cage proves. The Mary tried to teach me some knots. I think she likes passing on her knowledge to me. She said she'll try and teach pigs to fly next. Some gnome engineers wanted to fine-tune Mary in appreciation of our victory against Mortroga. But Mary doesn't like gadgets, and I'm happy with her the way she is. One of my goals in life is to never be a prisoner in my own cage again. Mummy with a small spade. I wonder.
Mortimer.
No, I'm Nate. That's Critter.
But I seek Mortimer.
Here? Under the sand?
Why aren't you Mortimer?
I, don't know. Who are you?
I am... Isn't the question more, who are you?
I'm Nate, like I already said.
So you are neither Mortimer, nor that elf who was pretending to be Mortimer.
That... Yes, I can confirm that.
So many people. I can't possibly remember all these names. I will call you... Nate.
I can live with that. Who is this Mortimer you're looking for?
Mortimer fetched me out of the darkness many years ago. I lived with him until he disappeared.
And now you're looking for him here?
Looking for whom?
That Mortimer.
You've seen him. I've been looking for him everywhere.
Don't tell me you dug this huge hole.
All right.
I mean, why did you dig it?
I'm not meant to say.
You can tell me. What's the hole all about?
Yes, about that. Why did you dig it?
I didn't. You did.
Of course. I wanted to go home.
So you're from Lorem Ipsum.
Yes. It must be here somewhere.
Have you had a look around?
Ah! Lorem Ipsum! What a coincidence! I was born here, you know.
What can you tell me about Lorem Ipsum? What was life here like?
Oh, wonderful. We've always had good weather. We built the most beautiful temples with the most fiendish traps, sold them all around the world, and made a lot of money from that.
You sold temples with built-in traps?
Of course. Walls that suddenly come together and squash any intruder, invented here in Lorem Ipsum. We had breeding programs for scorpions and tarantulas. And we issued a 3,000-year guarantee for our traps.
That means your traps could still work today?
Traps? What traps?
I'm looking for a book.
I've seen one lying on Mortimer's desk.
I'm looking for a particular book. The Book of the Dead.
Oh, but that's just a legend. That book apparently explains how one can bestow everlasting life on people by wrapping them up in gauze bandages.
Assuming it wasn't a legend, where would the Book of the Dead be hidden?
Ah, the Book of the Dead. Some say it is mere legend, but I have seen it many times. It was put into the tomb of the last pharaoh of Lorem Ipsum, the mad Tut-Tut.
And this Tut-Tut, where is he buried?
He is lying under a mighty pyramid, just like that one over there. Actually, now that I think about it, it's exactly like the one over there. What do you think? Why would someone put a pyramid here that looks exactly the same as Tut-Tut's?
How do you get into Tut-Tut's pyramid?
Who is Tut-Tut? And what's this pyramid you're talking about?
Ah, forget it.
What should I forget?
Don't mummies have their brains removed during embalmment?
That's funny. I could swear that I've heard that question somewhere before.
I bet. I've got to go. And you? You might want to get out of the sun for a couple of hours.
I've not got time for breaks. I'm looking for a pyramid. It must be here somewhere.
The whole slab is covered with characters. Hieroglyphs, something that looks like Old Dwarvish, and normal letters. At viro eos et accusum et justo duo dolores et ea rebum. That's the same forgotten language as in the Lorem Ipsum text. Hi.
Who are you? And what are you doing here?
I found this stone slab. What does it say?
It says, "Thank you for your decision to buy this pyramid model world wonder." In 3 languages.
It's an operating manual?
Our lost temples could get rather complicated.
Does it say how to open the pyramid?
Terms of use, guarantee, washing instructions. Ah, there. Erect pyramid facing exactly north. Position obelisk A in depression G on stone socket B with the help of wooden peg F. We recommend the use of slaves for erection, not included in this delivery. Every day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the shadow of the obelisk will point to the stone which opens the secret entrance.
Why doesn't it just say which stone you have to press? Who would write something like this? I've got to go.
Bye!
A massive stone plinth with a piece of rotten wood in the middle. Without a replacement for the wooden pin, the obelisk won't stay on the plinth. A semicircular depression. There are lines and numbers carved into the stone on the inside. Perhaps some kind of calculation? Or something religious? I guess that's the obelisk mentioned in the operating manual. At least, I can't see another one. I found a very similar stone head in the Northlands and took it with me. But there's no way it could be from the same stonemasons. We're thousands of miles from the Northlands. The sand has protected the statues over the millennia. If they'd been exposed to the wind, there'd be nothing left of them but sand. A massive thing. I wonder if the mummy pulled it out here on his own. The little guy doesn't look that strong. According to legend, Lorem Ipsum had golden roofs. I can only see a pile of old stones. Hi.
I think that we've met once before, haven't we?
The operating manual mentions something about a wooden pin, and there's some rotten wood still sticking in the hole in the stone plinth.
Yes, we always had issues with the wooden pegs. Wood is easy to craft, but not as long-lasting as stone. I discovered something completely new in Mortimer's hut. Metal.
Metal?
Yes, but not bronze. Much harder, much more durable. I called it ugly super bronze. I brought a sample of it with me.
About the ugly super bronze.
The what?
The metal you found in Mortimer's house.
Who told you about that?
Ah.
One could build completely new types of weapons with this metal. Wood and bronze weapons would be useless. No one must find out until Lorem Ipsum has mastered the secrets of this material.
It is I, Pharaoh Tut-Tut.
Ah! The Pharaoh!
Yes, and I command you to give me the metal sample.
Wait a moment. The Pharaoh looked completely different to you.
It's been a long time since we saw each other last.
He's taller than you. And last time I saw him, he was dead.
I have to go. Hi.
Oh, hello.
You're right. Let's examine the metal for the good of Lorem Ipsum.
Absolutely. If we should ever get lazy and start to rest on our laurels, it could result in the town's downfall.
We, wouldn't want that to happen.
No. Wait here. What was I going to fetch again? Ha ha! I was just pulling your leg. I never forget anything.
Thank you.
What for?
This depression here, what is it?
That is a sun clock.
Why does the sun need to know what time it is?
No, the sun tells us how late it is.
So how does the sun know what time it is?
Haven't a clue. The shadow of the little stick in the middle tells us for definite when it is time to, do things.
There is no stick in the middle of the clock.
It must have been broken then. I think more has been broken too. Didn't it look completely different here before?
I've got to go.
Bye!
Fits like a glove.
Sheila. Poczurynka.
The Mary should have enough power to heave the obelisk onto the plinth. And the pipe serves as the new connection piece K, or whatever it was. Off we go! Pull, my dear old fatty!
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Come on, you can do it! All right. Now slowly. Ah! Well done, Mary.
Did you ever doubt me, little one?
The shadow of the obelisk at exactly 3 p.m. is supposed to cast across the stone you can use to open a secret door into the pyramid. Now it's about noon? The mummies dug up lorem ipsum. I should be thankful for that, I guess. But I won't talk to it unless it's completely necessary. That thing gives me a headache. The reed casts a thin shadow on the numbers and lines inside the clock. Okay, it's 2:15. 3 o'clock. The obelisk is casting its shadow exactly on that stone. That must be it. That's it. Let's go.
If I were you, I wouldn't go in there. Traps. Lots of traps. Mortimer just about managed it, and Mortimer is... Mortimer.
He was in the pyramids?
Of course. He is an archaeologist. They always go wherever there are the most traps.
Do you know how the traps in there work?
Naturally. I even invented some myself. I am an enigma, I think.
How about you accompany us?
In there? Whew, it's dangerous.
Come on, I thought Danger was your middle name.
Really? That would be a strange middle name. Walter or Winifred, those are good names. Mortimer's second name is Alfred.
Come on now, get in that pyramid.
In there? It's dangerous in there.
It's important. We need the Book of the Dead to bring a friend back into this world, and he might know something about a great evil that's stirring.
It's like my dear old father used to say. Coyote, snake, bird looking to the left, sun, wavy lines, exclamation mark.
What?
Yes, he was very erudite. And you wouldn't have caught him simply wandering into a pyramid filled with traps.
We We really shouldn't go into the pyramid unprepared.
Oh, come on. Danger is my middle name. And it's important. Great evil is stirring.
What?
You can't let me go in there on my own. You have to come in with me.
Okay, if that's how it's gotta be.
I win every argument. It's always been so. Put me on your shoulders.
Do I have to?
Hup, hup. We have 40 days in the desert ahead of us.
We're going into the pyramid.
Which pyramid?
Hey, stop puffing and panting in my ear.
I'm not panting. I'm exhaling dramatically. Onwards, my proud camel!
Nice little place. Vases, cat statues, a wooden chair? Why is there only junk here and no treasure?
What use are treasures to you on the other side? At least you can sit on a chair.
As a real Tomb Raider, I have to at least take something. What about this? An ancient mirror, I'd say.
You can't take that. That is the first mirror that was ever made.
And?
Pharaoh Tut-Tut was very particular about his appearance. He needs the mirror.
Not anymore. I'm quite sure of that. It would seem that the pyramid served not only as the last resting place of the pharaoh, but also as a junk room.
No, those are valuable grave goods. The pharaoh should not have to want for anything in the next world.
Seeds?
Just in case there's a famine in the next world.
A press for olive oil or something like that. I'd rather relax than work in the afterlife.
The pharaoh naturally would never operate the equipment himself. Hundreds of his most loyal slaves were buried with him.
I don't see any bones. I guess the slaves had a bit of a rethink about their loyalty after the pharaoh died. That should work. All right, I've pressed the oil out of the flour. It's sticky and smells strong. It's all in. You can't see your hands in front of your face.
So what? Get in there. Chop chop.
There's no way I'm going into a pitch-black room.
I have never had such a stubborn camel, and you're very uncomfortable as well.
I can hear a kind of patter of thousands of little feet.
Oh, I'm sure that's nothing. Just get in there. Giddy up.
A conspicuous black hole in the wall.
You have to put your arm in there.
Sure?
Yes. Sometimes there is a switch at the end of the hole, but sometimes your arm will be sliced off instead. I'm pretty sure that this one here has a switch.
So, tell me again. You said that if I stick my arm in there, it won't be chopped off?
How should I know?
There really is something like a lever here.
Pull it.
Ah!
Don't let go. The door is opening.
Great. Yes. Broken.
Malaka boom boom. Catch the push. Gotowi. Box. Ołtach.
Ah. Thank you.
Cast off. Hello. I'm the Hatter. The Mad Hatter.
Just like in my book. Are you really mad?
Sure, completely insane. I think you're a revolting child, and you have terrible taste.
You must be really mad if you're making fun of me. Have you got a present for me too?
I hereby present you with the insight that life isn't about receiving presents.
Say what? That isn't a present, stupid. I want a real present.
Yes, but you see,
Whatever. My mommy's gonna give me a real big present.
yes, but
I want a present.
a present, of course. Hi.
Oh, Hatter!
I've got a great gadget for you. A magical communicator.
A what?
If you pull the string tight and someone speaks into the tin at one end, you can hear what he says at the other end.
That's completely lame. If you want something, then you could just scream loudly for it.
But it's not lame.
It is. And totally impractical with all those cables and all. Huh. Now it'll work without the stupid cable.
Even better.
Say what? That isn't a present. I want a real present. Something that I can hold.
I'm just getting your present.
Give Nate the compass, bird brain. Did you say that?
Huh? I'm over here.
Be careful what you say, William.
William's dead. I'm talking to you. I've had enough of you and this whole charade. Give Nate what he needs and let me go.
You ungrateful tit! I told you you're only to speak when I ask you something.
No one listens to you, fatty.
Fatty? I won't be insulted by a feathered mongrel. One more word.
Then what, bird brain?
Oh, just you wait. No, come back. Come back. Who's gonna talk to me now?
Hey, you up there. Are you hungry? Gotcha! The Van Buren brat is expecting a Mad Hatter and a White Rabbit at her tea party.
Sodalupa?
I've got an idea. All you've got to do is play the White Rabbit.
Sodaluka.
It worries me a little how easy it is to persuade you to do this kind of thing. All right. You're white, you've got a costume on, you've got a present. It's now or never. May I introduce you to the White Rabbit?
That doesn't look like a normal rabbit at all.
Yes, well, you know.
Gosh, it's a super rabbit.
Only the best for your party.
Have you got a present for me, little Snuffles?
Put it up.
Mr. Hoppy thought you might like a rare animal from his homeland.
Oh, that really is pretty. Pretty? Squawk?
And he talks.
Ooh! Oh, that's such a lovely present. Please, Mr. Bird, do take a seat. Do take a seat, Mr. Hoppy. May I offer you some tea?
Hi.
Oh, Hatter! Have you got a present for me?
I've got a wonderful perfume for you.
Perfume? Achoo!
Splendid, isn't it? All the ladies in Lorem Ipsum are wearing it this season.
But it's making my eyes water.
That's how it has to be. Don't you know the saying, one must suffer to be beautiful? You shouldn't really be wearing this kind of thing yet. It's only for the big girls.
Only for grown-ups?
Yes, little girls shouldn't wear perfume. Only women of the world.
I am a woman of the world.
I thought so. But don't tell your mother anything about it.
Thank you. What a lovely present. Please take a seat, Mr. Hatter.
But of course, milady. And isn't your mother going to be joining us?
Uh-huh. Mommy, it's tea time. The Hatter and the Rabbit are here.
The what? It's lovely that you found someone to play with, but Mummy has to work.
You promised me the biggest and bestest present ever as soon as the Hatter and the Rabbit arrived.
But darling, those aren't...
I want my present now! Where is it?
But darling, we already talked about this. You mustn't get so overexcited and stop pointing that thing at me.
I want my present!
Of course. It's, in sea stone. You can choose something from the shop. I can't do anything here by the look of it.
An unhealthy, artificial-looking, oversweet, fatty parody of a foodstuff. Wonderful. Delicious. It's impossible to keep your hands off this kind of thing. I'm not proud. Good news.
Have they gone?
Certainly. It was hard work, but worth it for a magic compass.
What magic compass?
The spirit compass you promised me.
I don't remember that. Do you, Pierre? Nah, Pierre doesn't either.
You said you'd lend me the spirit compass if I got rid of the Van Burens.
So what? Did you hear me say pirate's word of honor?
You didn't say pirate's word of honor.
Therefore, according to pirate law, no contract was entered into. You should have known that, Nate.
But I need the compass.
And I'm not going to hand it over that easily. You should have known that too. Out with him and bolt the door.
You're gonna regret this. What did you say, Pierre? Fat loony? I wouldn't dare say that.
Nate! What's going on? Why did you take Ivo's mirror?
Let's give them a bit of privacy. What do you think?
Private what?
This little mirror came from a tomb in Lorem Ipsum. Is it worth anything?
Is that... Oh. Do you know what you've got there?
I'll take that as a yes then.
That's the mirror. The first one. Thousands of years old. Just imagine all the things it's seen. All the classics you could watch in it.
Wanna swap? The mirror, the first one, thousands of years old, in mint condition, for the mirror connected to Ivo's room?
Yes, of course. Take it. Wow. Mirrors used to be so small.
Thousands of lives are taking place behind these mirrors. Tragedies, comedies, and quite a lot of everyday life. Some happy children playing in a garden. Ivo's mother refuses to believe that Ivo's children could have a happy future too. Who cares if the future queen has an illegitimate child? Well, apart from me. I don't think that would change anything. The Oracle's mirror is the receiver. It shows whatever the mirror in Ivo's room sees. All right.
Hey, I was watching that.
It won't take long. Anyway, you owe me a favor for getting rid of the Van Burens.
All right then, but hurry up.
Cast off. If this doesn't work, then I'm a goner. Don't hurt me. You have to see this.
You did this to my baby!
I didn't. And you should have a look at this. Your grandchild.
Stop making such a racket. Nora, keep those kids of yours in check.
Well...
You want to see into the future and find out what you've done to her? I'll show you.
Why don't you ask Granny whether she'll tell you a story?
Don't call me Granny.
A story!
Do you really want to keep her imprisoned here so that she hates you for the rest of her life?
Granny tells the best stories.
All right then. What story do you want to hear?
No. I see I was wrong.
I made a decision for Ivo once because I thought it was the best for her. It broke my heart, and it was wrong. Only one person should make decisions on Ivo's life. Ivo. I'll wait outside.
Oh, what's happened? You stunned me!
Not quite so fast, darling.
How much time has passed?
A little. The human is still here. He's waiting outside.
Is Nate still here?
He convinced me to wake you up. Ivo, I didn't want this. One can be full of good intentions and still do the wrong thing.
And apologies will not make what's done undone.
No, they don't. But one can only try to do the right thing and hope to be forgiven. Ivo.
See you later, Mother.
What's taking so long?
I fetched this.
Are you okay?
Yes, fine. Dad says I have you to thank for this?
I didn't want to just leave you lying there. And while I was at it, I discovered lorem ipsum.
Then you'll help me transform Alistair back?
What do you mean, help you? The critter and me did all the work while you were asleep.
Oh, you. Oh.
We'll bring Alistair back. That's all. It changes nothing, all right?
I don't want anything else. Now let's get out of here. Get some distance between me and my mother.
You heard, critter. Cast off. Cast off. It's not safe for you on the island. Van Buren could return.
In that case, it won't be safe for you either.
Yes, but it's not just about yourself now.
Oh, well, okay. Call if you need me.
I will. Would you like some of these sweets? Whoa, Betty! Someone's got one hell of a sweet tooth. I haven't got any more. There's about 200 weights of these unhealthy treats waiting for you over there, in front of the palace. Yes, go, but make sure you don't eat them all at once. What have you done, little fella? You... the whole lot? How is that even... I mean, it's gotta have gone somewhere.
That's the biggest, most formidable, and most glittery heap of dung I've ever seen. You want me to... That's... it's still warm. That's wrong. Impressive, but wrong. Cast off. Ivo?
Yes?
Do you think you could take over? Or,
Yep, no problem. Impressive. Did you excavate all this?
We had some help.
Who?
He's waiting in the pyramid, the entrance of which me and Critter opened all on our own.
Put up.
May I introduce you to, the mummy?
Oh, no.
Mortimer?
Oh, I am not going to talk to you.
You know each other?
We know each other.
I don't know what it's doing here, but for the sake of my sanity, I'm going to ignore it.
You really do know each other.
What's wrong with her?
This column looks strange.
No, that's a perfectly normal column.
Sure?
Be careful, Nate. Why didn't you consult me before you put us in danger?
Even if I get over this pitfall, the stone ball is blocking my way.
The ball should only block the entrance to the tomb in an emergency.
I guess Mortimer triggered the trap when he was here. Right. Again.
Facciole, Luca.
Ah. This hippogriff dung in my bag is some of the most repulsive and stinky stuff I've ever carried around. And that includes the night I carried Stinky Pete home from the tavern. What the devil?
Oh, scarabs. We often use them in traps. They eat the flesh of the bones of any intruders. Fantastic animals.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks to Critter, I can see enough. And what I can see, I don't like. There are some nasty-looking spikes waiting at the bottom of the pitfall, and some scarab beetles are scurrying around between them.
I would suggest that we don't fall into that pit, then.
Take this.
Thank you. Surprising. Even the things made of wood are still preserved. Well, I guess the climate's warm and dry in here, but I would have expected that much more would have rotted away after all this time. Hard shells, big pincers, dung beetles. Ugh, a lot of them. At a time when most other humans were still living in mud huts, they were creating very delicate stonework here. Impressive. Of course, we elves were already living in multi-storey houses, had 60-strong orchestras and comprehensive health cover. But for humans, not bad.
Perhaps a little bit. Okay, they seem to really like it. Perhaps they'll see me as a friend at some point and stop attacking me.
Or they'll kill you because they want to get to the rest of the dung.
The plank isn't long enough to bridge the pit, and I don't want to put it in on an angle. The beetles might crawl out. This part of the column shoots out if you trigger a mechanism in the floor.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am. I would jump over, but I don't know if there's another trap on the other side of the slab. Even if I get over this pitfall, the stone ball is blocking my way.
The ball should only block the entrance to the tomb in an emergency.
I guess Mortimer triggered the trap when he was here.
Here, take this.
Thank you. One trap less. Delicious. At least I don't have to carry it around with me anymore. The dung beetles can smell the dung. They're very excited. They're running back and forth on the walls of the hole. They're looking for a way to get to the ball. Run, my little workers! Go forth and get yourselves the mother of all dung balls! They're doing it. Together they're strong. However, not very clever. All right then, what happens here? A wheel in the wall. Judging by its position, I'd say it opens the grate next to it.
Quite right. We had blind slaves who cared for the basilisks. They were only allowed to open the enclosures when all others had left the room.
The basilisks don't need the wheel anymore. Something happened. And now it's been reversed again. A board full of small stone discs. Looks a bit like a board game.
Behind such boards, we used to hide treasures back in the day.
That thing's a safe of sorts?
Indeed. If you manage to move the figure to one of the treasure fields, the board will flip open. There are pitfalls, and fields that turn into pitfalls after they have been stepped on. You can't step on spiky fields, but the golem can. He will move towards your figure if you are standing in a straight line to him.
All right. And anyone can open the safe if he wins the game?
Well, some think that a thief that goes through the trouble of solving the puzzle has earned the right to do some looting. Personally, I never agreed with that.
Alrighty then, I'll try my luck.
No, this present does not belong to you.
Present?
Read, fool. Present of the Pharaoh to his favorite concubine, Star of the East.
Ooh, that sounds like gold, gems, finest jewelry.
Huck, neg! Huck, neg!
What are you doing?
I will continue to make this noise as long as you try to steal from the Pharaoh's favorite concubine.
She must have been dead for thousands of years.
Huck, neg!
Okay. Right, again. Here, you might need this more than me.
Look to.
Right, again. Is this another sarcophagus or something?
No, that is a tool chest.
Quite a lot of work just for storing some tools, don't you think?
Lorem Ipsum was built with knowledge and these tools. We revere them.
Do you know how to open the chest?
You have to set the right code. It is yellow, red, red, blue, green.
You remember it?
Why wouldn't I?
Various hammers, a compass, a plumb line? Not very impressive. What's this?
That's just a standard time manipulator. You'd be better off taking the plumb line.
Time manipulator?
It stops time for a few seconds in a limited area. Very handy if you need to carry out work on fast-moving parts. But the plumb line will allow you to build things perfectly perpendicular to the ground. That's like magic.
I think I'll stick with the time manipulator thingy. There's some kind of lever back there. It's probably important. Nice. That could work. I wonder whether I could just pluck the darn prickly things out of the air.
Only if you're not too bothered about the poison they've been dipped in.
Perhaps I can snake my way through. I could go here, then there. You'd have to be a contortionist to get through the balls without touching one.
Lalura pokciucie?
Nothing. Here, take the time manipulator. But be careful, and don't point it at anyone. Let me guess. The Pharaoh's burial chamber is behind this door.
Yes, it is.
How do you open it?
You have to... Have you given it a good tug yet?
That's it.
Wow.
The burial chamber of Pharaoh Tut-Tut.
Yes, that's him. Did you ever see such an ugly fellow?
So that's probably the Book of the Dead.
Looks like it. Let's grab it and get out of here.
No.
Oh, sure, I am. Just wanted a peek.
I say, this is impressive. I don't remember us having anything like this. You built me, O venerable Tut-Tut.
Venerable Tut-Tut,
Yes,
you are Pharaoh Tut-Tut?
it would appear so. Hey, you! I say, help me get off this camel. King Tut is back.
Hooray!
In any case, I guess it's okay if we take the Book of the Dead now.
Where did you get that idea, mortal? I didn't get to be God King of the desert by giving my things away.
That much is clear.
All right, what have we here? What did Tut-Tut say? You have to move the figure to one of the treasure fields without the golem catching you. The rest I'll probably just have to try out. Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This has to work somehow. Done! The present of the pharaoh for his favorite concubine. Still wrapped. Jewelry? Gems? Is that really clothing? It feels somehow right. Ivo?
What the?
Don't get jealous. It's mine. I earned it.
I don't think I want to know.
See you later.
Okay, see ya.
Not now. Perhaps later.
Either Tut used to be much bigger, or the statue wasn't built to scale. I wonder whether there's something he's trying to compensate for.
The statue's watching us. I can feel it. It notices as soon as one of us gets close to the Book of the Dead. Just look at him. Just sitting there like a pharaoh. Hi.
Greetings, my subject.
I'm quite sure you said something about the crazy pharaoh Tut-Tut when we were outside the pyramid.
I'm sure I'd remember that.
When we were coming in, you called yourself ugly. And I would never doubt the word of the pharaoh. You are crazy and ugly.
Where am I?
I'd never have thought there were golems back in your day.
Of course there were. I invented them. How could we possibly have erected the pyramids without giant living stone statues? With ropes, sledges, and a lot of muscle power?
Whenever I hear a golem story, it always ends in catastrophe.
Oh, shush. If you deploy them wisely and in moderation, then nothing bad will happen. Our flowering lorem ipsum out there is living proof of that.
The Book of the Dead. You've got it, I need it.
What exactly are you trying to tell me?
Don't you think you owe me something?
Owe you something?
You'd never have got in here without me. I opened the pyramid. I opened the gate to the burial chamber with my friends. I even carried you around on my back half the time.
Do we know each other?
Farewell, son of the desert.
What? Who?
The murals seem to have something to do with this board with the marbles. Perhaps a kind of ritual. A board with 5, 9, 16 marbles that form a kind of pyramid. No idea what that is. The murals seem to have something to do with this board with the marbles. Perhaps a kind of... Hi.
Greetings, my subject.
What are these balls in the board all about?
This is the Nim game. My favorite. I'm unbeatable.
Really? How do you play?
Well, one has to... Yes, exactly. Each of us takes turns to remove any number of marbles from the board, but only marbles from one plane of the pyramid. And whoever takes the last marble loses. Do you want to play?
Right then. I'll start.
Well, I've won.
But only because you were lucky.
That's not luck. That is strategy. Superior intellectual stuff. You want to play again?
Off we go. You start.
That is... No.
Come on, you have to take a marble.
But that would mean I have lost?
Yep, that's exactly what it would mean.
But I never lose.
It certainly would be better that way. What would your people say if the godlike pharaoh were to lose against a mere mortal?
They must never find out.
You could bribe me with something.
Yes, or I could have you squashed by my golem.
A bribe? Excellent idea.
Aha! Of course. I just came up with that. What would you like?
The Book of the Dead?
It's yours. In exchange, you won't tell anyone that I watched the temple virgins when they were changing.
Agreed. The Book of the Dead. So what now?
Just missing the compass now.
To the Red Pirate. Listen, Shorty, I've got something I need to take care of outside. I'll set you down here and take you with me when I come back.
Very well.
Cast off. Thank you. Is this what you're looking for? I would think again if I were you. Think about it. How did I get the key, With magic. Look what magic can do. Do you want to be stuck in a pink tutu and forced to be Chantel's playmate? Run! I'll give you 10 seconds head start. It's me again.
Don't move. How did you get past the ape?
Maybe the invisible powers helped me.
Take that back.
Nice and easy now. I don't want any trouble. And you've still got the head. I just wanted to hang out with my old friends. Right, guys?
Okay. They're all I've got left.
Perhaps Old Red's friends can persuade him to give me the compass.
Did William just move?
Huh? Dunno. Did he?
Why shouldn't he? Living friends. Friends living. Friends move, right? He did move.
Who moved?
William. He wants to tell me something.
You mean that stone statue wants to tell you something? This could turn out badly for you.
Badly?
Yeah, you turned him into stone, right? Perhaps him and the others didn't really like that. And how are you going to protect yourself? They're stone already.
Oh, I won't let them out of my sight.
Don't blink. Time to have some fun.
No! What do you want from me?
They want you to give me the compass you promised me.
I didn't give you the pirate's word of honor.
Perhaps you can discuss that with the statues.
No! Take the damn compass. You're all mad in here.
That worked better than I dared hope.
The spirit compass. Now we've got the Book of the Dead, the compass, and the spark of life. Everything we need to bring Alistair back. To the Oracle!
Gulasam, erith, barium, eccentric.
Good. And now the spark of life.
It didn't work.
What happened?
Archmage Alistair!
Why am I a frog?
Yeah, why is he still a frog?
We've brought his spirit back into this world. Turning him human again was never part of the deal.
But
there is a simple way to change a frog back into a human being. It just needs to be kissed by a virgin princess.
But where are we going to find one of them?
Oh, thank you.
But I don't understand. Why is Ivo pregnant?
The artifact.
Huh?
The artifact of divine fate can fulfill any wish, and Ivo carried it for a long time. If one spends enough time in the presence of such a powerful magical object, then the magic can linger. It keeps working, even when the object itself isn't there anymore.
But I didn't wish for a child.
I'm not saying you did.
Well, yes,
You did this to me? You wanted to start a family with me?
Yes, but I didn't know. Ivo of the Woodland Realm, will you be my wife and spend the rest of your life with me?
Yes! Yes!
Congratulations to both of you.
Soon we'll be a real family. And we didn't even have to have that sex thing to do it.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Now, tell me, what has happened?
You were changed into a frog by the little Van Buren.
There was a golem and Monkus.
He tricked Wilbur, but you sorted out the golem in seconds, and Monkus wouldn't have been a problem for you either.
But then there was this incredible magical energy. It caught me completely by surprise.
That was the little brat. She'd got hold of Wilbur's wand, and because she's a descendant of the evil sorcerer that made the wand...
Wilbur's magic wand is the wand of... May the gods protect us.
She's transformed half of Seastone, and she's been here too. I've seen some wizardry in my life, but what this girl's been up to... Whoa, Nelly!
Where are Wilbur and Remy?
I'm so sorry, Archmage, but Remy is dead. He was killed by a ghost.
No, I can still feel him.
He died in Wilbur's arms, in the temple in which he found Wilbur's magic wand all those years ago.
Which temple is that?
I don't know exactly. Wilbur thought it was dedicated to some evil god. He called him the Nameless One.
The Nameless One?
So that's not very good.
Some sorcerers held rituals there and built a machine.
The wand. It went from the Van Burens to Wilbur via Remy, and then to the Van Buren girl. I should have examined it more closely.
Wilbur is doing what Remy asked him. He's searching for a book which details how Van Buren's wand can be destroyed.
That wasn't Remy, and the book doesn't tell us how to destroy the wand either. The Van Buren brothers were... We have to stop Monkus and his mad scheme at all costs!
Monkus? Aren't the Van Burens the real problem? They're transforming the whole world bit by bit.
A world which will perish if Monkus gets his hands on the book from the Dark Woods. Quick, hand me my magic wand.
Well, now, your magic wand...
You haven't brought it with you, have you?
It must still be in sea stone.
We have to retrieve it immediately. Without it, I can't channel my powers. I feel weaker than ever.
I'll fire up the Mary. Let's go. Hi, Critter. We've turned the Archmage back to normal, and you won't believe it, but Ivo and me...
You tricked me! Where is the elf?
Hey, careful with that thing.
What's going on here?
Alistair? This time there'll be no way back!
Ivo!
Come on, Alistair! Or are you going to carry on hiding behind your friends?
Nate!
Ivo, you have to go, now.
No, I have to help him.
Uha, kulohahu.
Mommy, I've made it ever so pretty in there.
Don't worry, my darling. The nice Archmage hasn't got a wand, and he is weak.
Put that head away. It's dangerous. There is no known cure for being turned to stone.
That's why no one will dare question my bid for power. The most powerful wand in the world and a head that turns any being of flesh and blood to stone. We have both of Avantasia's most powerful weapons in our hands. No one will be able to stop us.
You're right. This has to end here.
Huh? You want to stop us? Shoot! We have won!
You have not won. I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
But this is all nonsense. If that's what happened, then I would be... No. What kind of a place do you think this is, Nate? Ah!
Let me go!
You can't help him now.
But we can't just leave him behind!
We have to stop Monkus. Using the temple will open a door to the Nameless One's dungeon dimension.
I couldn't give a shit about this Nameless One. I have to rescue my husband!
Ivo, he's out of our reach.
Is there no hope then?
Yes, there is. But if the wand does what it was created for, then it will mean the end of all hope. For Nate, for you, and for your child. If you want to rescue him, you have to go to Seastone.
What do I have to do?
I lied to Van Buren. I have no power anymore. It takes all my remaining strength to stay in the land of the living, but soon I will have to leave it. That is why it's up to all of you to stop Monkus. He must not be allowed to use the machine in the temple.
I will stop him.
Be careful. He is clever, powerful, and prepared to do anything. I will try to warn Wilbur in the Dark Woods. He's been conned and is playing right into the enemy's hands. I don't have much time left. Goodbye, Ivo.
But what shall I do? Oh. I will come back as quickly as I can, and we shall be reunited, my love. Right now, our hope is in Seastone and with Wilbur in the Dark Woods.
Oh,